What is going on, y'all? And you know me, some people take their L's in private, some people take them in public. I take them in a mixture. So let's talk about one of the L's that I recently took this morning. So in dating, it's really important when you're dating that you are aware of rejection. Rejection is a natural thing. Unfortunately, it happens. It sucks when it does, but it's a part of life. It's gonna happen. And for some of us, it happens more, and then for some of us, it happens less. Some of us have a mixture. I personally believe, depending on your identities, rejection is going to be a lot more common for certain people. Let's just keep it real. Because again, depending on your identity, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're not conventionally attractive, if you're not cisgendered, if you're not, you know what I mean? There's so many reasons why you're going to get rejected in general. And then depending on your identity, you may get rejected even more. And when it happens, it sucks. So I totally understand. It is not, it is definitely not something that is fun or enjoyable, to say the least. It sucks. And you kind of just have to be prepared for it. So let's talk about what happened real quick. I had been talking to this person since November of 2022. It wasn't really consistent until like May of this year, but we had, had our conversations. I think we had 2 hookups, but the hookups weren't even serious hookups. It was just oral, right? Still get tested every 3 months on PrEP. There's oral condoms, there's dental dams. There's ways to make sure that you're protecting yourself and the other person. And we went on a few dates. Let's see, I believe we went on 3 dates, basically. Went to see 2 movies. Technically went out to eat one time, but that was more so like a work setup. But 3 dates. We had planned a date for today. What is today? July 7th. We planned a date for today. Literally, this person had booked the reservations, Monday or Tuesday of this week. And then I wake up this morning to a text message the day of the date, basically saying, hey, I just want to be upfront. I've been talking to this other person for quite some time, and I want to be upfront. I'm gonna have to cancel tonight, blah blah blah. And you know what? I respect the fact that he was at least honest and upfront to be like, hey, I'm canceling tonight. And, that to me, that's how you do a mature rejection versus ghosting or blocking the person and never speaking to them again. However, it's still a situation of, if you knew that you had already been talking to somebody for quite some time and that you like them more because you've been spending more time with them and you've known them for a longer time, what was the purpose of bringing me into the situation? You could have left me alone. And then on top of that, what was the purpose of asking, hey, let's do this, let's go do this, let's go out here, let's go to this place to eat? We were gonna go to Ohio for the weekend, dead ass. I'm so glad that I did not go along with that setup and waste a bunch of money on some BS. And I'm just being real. But it's and again, nobody has to date you, nobody has to be with you, nobody has to want you, nobody has to accept you. That's something that I have totally understand and get. And like I said, because of my marginalized identities, I'm used to rejection. This is basically the way it always is. I'm used to basically being the sex toy and the experiment. You know what I'm saying? Dead ass. That's what I'm used to being and how I'm treated. You know what I mean? So I'm used to it. So when this happened, I'm like, all right, cool. yes, after that happened, I said, well, thanks for letting me know. Hope you have a good night, and I'll let you be. And then after that, yes, I went on social media. First of all, I deleted or blocked their number, deleted their contact, and deleted and blocked them off of social media. There's no reason for me to be still trying to be in conversation with you. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But that's what I'm talking about by people just be using folks, knowing the whole time that they're not really interested in you. They don't really like you like that. It's just, hey, you're around, you're accessible, or you make me look good, or I'm using you as a placeholder until the person that I really wants me back the same way. I get it. I'm always the placeholder. I'm always the sex toy. I'm always the experiment, if you will. And this is why, I'm just I'm done with dating for the summer, if not the entire year, because this is such a waste of time for me, a waste of energy, and it's also a waste of money. What are we doing? My needs aren't being met. I'm not happy. I'm constantly, putting myself out there to be hurt over and over again. And it's just what in the world, man? And again, rejection is a part of life, unfortunately. A lot of us pretty much know that. Some of us handle it better than others. Some of us don't handle it at all well. I'm used to it, so I'm just kind of oh, here we go again, another L. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But anyways, let me go and do what I got to do and get into this office. I'm out.